working with Barbie.
Okay, so we're going to talk about how to check the oil level. Now, checking the oil on most vehicles is always going to be the same process. Some vehicles it's much more difficult, a lot more late model, newer vehicles, you have to have special tools to be able to do so. Most vehicles, however, you're just simply going to check it by using the engine oil dipstick. The dipstick is usually going to be yellow. It will quite often be labeled where it says engine oil in this case, so you can't miss it. What you're going to do is you're going to remove the dipstick and you're going to wipe it off. Now I tend to wipe it off as I'm removing it because I don't like the oil to splash all over, so I'll just wipe it right off. Now what we do when we wipe it off is we get any old oil off of it, and you can see on the dipstick here, let's turn it around so you can read, we have two dots here, an add mark and a safe mark. Quite often you're going to have a crosshatch pattern in here. In this case you have two dots, and on those dots you're going to add oil if it's below this dot, and you're going to not add oil if it's in this range. If it's past this dot, it's too full. That's why it says right here, do not overfill. It also says, see the owner's manual for oil type, and then this is just the part number on this dipstick. But you always want to use the correct oil for your engine. So now we're going to just slide this back into the dipstick tube, pull it back out, and we just changed the oil on this one. You can see that it's right there at the safe mark, just slightly over. We'll just check it one more time. You can see it's just slightly over that mark, which is not a problem. If you're slightly over, it's not going to hurt, but you don't, that's about maybe a quarter of a quart too much, but it will not cause problems. What happens if you overfill your oil is you're going to burn that oil, you're going to cause smoke coming out the tailpipe, and you're going to have, you're going to start forming deposits in the engine. So you want to never get too low. If your oil level's too low, you're going to cause damage to the engine by not lubricating it properly. If your oil level's too high, you're going to consume oil, and you might cause gumming deposits in different parts of the engine. So that's how we check the engine oil.